known to possibly be the youngest soldier within the Order of the Knights of Dalmasca, with a strong sense of duty and willing to take up arms to not only protect his homeland, but to protect what little family he has left. This is the story of Reks. Reks was a soldier unsure of himself and of his own abilities. Timid yet somewhat pessimistic, he never gave up and was determined to fight for his brother and for Dalmasca, and never once hesitated in the face of danger despite being the least experienced within his squad. This act of gallantry was evident when he joined the Order of the Knights of Dalmasca, and was also evident at Nalbina Fortress when he stayed behind alone to dispatch the enemy soldiers while he encouraged his squad to rush ahead to where the peace treaty was to be signed. Reks was born in the year of 687 OV, just 2 years before the birth of his younger brother Vaan. Being brought up in the royal city of Rabanastre, Reks and his family lived a peaceful life and became good friends with Penelo and her family, but unfortunately tragedy struck in the year of 701 OV when Reks lost his parents to an unknown plague that swept over Rabanastre, leaving him to take care of his younger brother. Orphans with no place to turn to, Penelo and her family took the brothers in and cared for them as if they were their own. Reks always had a kind and gentle persona even after the death of his parents. During his time in Rabanastre, he helped a Sikh named Jovi, who was wrongly accused of being a thief, and was able to prove his innocence, making Reks a hero to him. 3 years later, to the year of 704 OV, Reks joined the Order of the Knights of Dalmasca and fell under the command of Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, to whom Reks reminded him of his younger brother Noah. With Arcadia planning to force Dalmasca into an unfair peace treaty, rumors were leaked by Vane Salador to the Dalmascan forces about a group of assassins who planned something unethical: the assassination of King Romanus during the signing of the peace treaty at Nalbina Fortress. Aware of the dire situation, Bosch moved to Nalbina Fortress with a garrison to stop King Romanus from signing Dalmasca's unconditional surrender. As nightfall loomed over the horizon, Bosch, Reks, Vossler, along with a garrison of troops, reached Nalbina Fortress to a location known as the Aerial Gardens, which was located in the north ward of the fortress, where they were welcomed by Arcadian infantry, as if they knew that they were coming. With no hesitation, the Dalmascan forces managed to strike down the opposing opposition, with Reks being knocked unconscious, with only boring a few cuts. As the once raging battle grew silent, Reks eventually regained consciousness as Bosch stood over him, questioning if he was alright. With time running thin and impatience growing, Vossler feared that by having inexperienced soldiers would only slow them down and detract them from their goal. Attentive to what was at stake, Bosch understood the conditions and informed Vossler that not everyone was here for the love of battle, and that some were here to fight for their homelands. Becoming aware of his surroundings, Reks was lifted by Bosch as he began conversing with the young knight and quickly came to understand more about why Reks decided to join. Vossler quickly intervened, stating that if they do not make haste to the king in time, that all their efforts would have been in vain, and aware of the situation, Bosch agreed. With all things accounted for, the group was surprised by more Imperial forces from within the fortress. Quick to respond, Bosch signaled Vossler to advance ahead while he took on the responsibility of clearing out the lowest class of infantry. With quick action, Bosch held Prevalent over his enemies, making quick work before proceeding. Behind him, Reks was startled by what he just witnessed, but Bosch reassured him that if he kept his wits up, that he would make it. As they made their way through the fortress towards the inner ward, their advancement was swiftly halted as the Dalmascan knights were ambushed by an air cutter remora, known as the Tonberry. Though the battle was intense, the fight was gifted on their side as Bosch dealt the finishing blow with his first rank quickening, the Fulminating Darkness. Unable to continue fighting, the Tonberry disengaged, allowing for passage of the Dalmascan knights to continue inward to save their king. Once inside, Bosch sought out the location of Vossler as Reks questioned on if he fell on his way to the king. Bosch rectified that Vossler laughed in the face of death and was too strong to die in a place such as this. Knowing of what was to come, Bosch and Reks made haste to the king's location, knowing that they would face more Imperials along the way. Having little time left, Reks insisted that Bosch go to the king while he stayed behind to ward off the enemies. Unsure to leaving his comrade behind, Bosch agreed and rushed ahead, telling Reks to fight well. Though the odds were 3-1, Reks was successful in striking down his enemies and then proceeding onward to the chamber where King Romanus was to sign the treaty. Upon arriving, Reks would soon learn of a terrifying revelation. In the chamber, Reks discovered the bodies of his slaughtered comrades and of those of Imperial infantry. Upon closer inspection, Reks saw in the distance of what it seemed to be the body of the now deceased King Romanus, as a noticeable wound could be seen located near the chest, blood oozing from it as if it was still fresh. In shock, Reks stood there before feeling a presence behind him as he quickly turned around, only to be met with a blade to the torso and face to face with his own captain. Confused, Reks questioned on why Bosch slain the king, to which Bosch confessed, stating that the king was a traitor and was going to sell Dalmasca to the Empire. As Reks fell to the floor, he witnessed not only the confession but also his captain's subsequent arrest. Because of this, Bosch was convicted on high treason and sentenced to death as punishment. Thus, the peace treaty talks between Dalmasca and Arcadia collapsed, and so the Empire restarted their invasion and successfully overtook the royal city of Rabanastre. Though mentally and physically destroyed by the events, Reks was considered to also have aided in the assassination and was interrogated as a co-conspirator to King Romanus' murder, and had methods used against him to force a confession, which during the year of 704 OV, Reks died of his wounds at a young age of 17, never knowing that the man truly responsible was Bosch's twin brother, Gabranth, and that the whole scheme had been orchestrated by Vaan Solidor. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I did want to apologize on the time it took for me to get this out, nearly 3 weeks to be honest, but in my defense, you can't rush perfection. I really wanted to try and get as detailed as I can whenever I make these videos, and if you guys have any suggestions on videos I could make, or rather things I can improve on, it would really help me out. These videos are some of the best times I have because I really enjoyed putting in the effort when making them. So if this is your first time here, consider subscribing and possibly leaving a like if you learned something today. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you think about Reks and his backstory, as I'm interested to hear what you guys think of him. Thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one.